Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Burhan Fatoni Abidin. I want to read from exam from Kristen. Okay. Hello, good morning, class of 2019. Thank you so much for having me. It's an incredible honor to stand here before you today. Thank you, the faculty, the guests, the families, and to all the Georgia students among us who are in shadow of love, nursing, ragging, and however, and praying that the Disney princess keep let go metaphors minimum so I see you. I got you. I want to start today by sharing a secret about myself that you may not know. I did not graduate from college. Then is in a full flow sweet thinking, oh my god, nobody double check. I had a feeling when I saw her outfit because no one with a respectable degree would wear hopes on this who let her in here, but that leads me to another thing about me, which in about me which in I'm nice, and as it turned out, when you are nice people tend to overlook a lot. In some cases, this could include experiential not having your driver lines at airport security, and yes, that's true story twice. And you might say, Kristen, no, that's no result to be nice. That the result and the privilege being a recognizable person. And okay, that might be true, but I will try counter with my husband. Also, Hackley, because the number and listen get away with anything. Anything literally 10 or 10 times. He is getting a punt on TSA, and that's because he's just not as nice as Sam. Don't get me wrong, I love him. He is brilliant, he is hilarious, he is literally my favorite person, but she's even nice person. At least. I don't know, guys. I just don't know, and I tell you this at the rise default because I can offer you the tricks of how to write the sharing diploma to ensure success. I can tell you the answer to the egg-old actor dilemma. So I moved to New York, so I stay in LA, and for goodness sakes, I cannot tell you what Magna Carta is or what it even literally. Nobody has to answer to those questions. My sole trick to share with you is when you really listen to people. When you listen firstly and you want to breathe, when you respect the idea that you are sharing the earth with other humans. When you lead with your nice foot toward, you will every time. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but it's come back to you when you need. We live in a instant gratification of immediate likes, and it's uncomfortable to have to wait to see the difference your nights, but I promise you it will appear exactly when you need. It will appear at the precious moment when you pass gas in elevator and everyone blames your husband instead for you. That is one boomerang of kindness hits you back. It also very true story numerous time over. True, it wouldn't be fair if I just was on about kindness. And I didn't also include it's inevitable. Don't say it's relevant to know that sometimes when you choose nice, it does come with a price tag. Being that sometimes means avoiding the obvious joke. Like for instance, I'm choosing despite this piece to be nice instruction like this. I'm choosing not to reference on Becky in any way whatsoever. Thank you. In fact, I'm so nice. I'm not even going to mention my actual on Becky for fear it's simple to close the fire and let me removing those just is a bit such difference, but there I say prioritizing your emotional intelligence over your logical intelligence can at times feel like a compromise, but it does pay off. You right to pay off now if what not the best choice of role for the particular. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying, and you know what I survive. Let with that. I'm by no means perfect. I'm also not telling you what to do. I mean, my second circle is the result unprotected. My upset in a hot tub in the Hawaiian Island. I'm in so position to give advice. And to God, all I can do is share my experience with you. My husband always said, if you someone who has what you want, ask them how they got it. Unfortunately, Ben has yet to reply to my emails, so I don't have all the answer yet. But she will, like, don't worry, she's definitely going to. So I'm perfect. I'm pretty sure I say this because if there is nothing about my life that seems even slightly appreciable, hopefully some of this will be helpful to you. And if not, free to slowly pull the flags hiding in your underwear out and just have it. I'm not your mom. You know what I mean? It's not hearing anyone get your, and you know that maybe share some with neighbor. Not try kidding about finding someone who has what you want. It's also have to know what you want, right? So that seems simple enough, but it's actually very hard because our brains are arrogant. So the brain thinks it's running the soul, but the heart is actually pulling string. It's very true. Our brains are king Joffrey our bodies and your heart and the genital, right? Very true. We think we know what we want, but we often have no idea what we need, and because of that we often approach life with one goal and we end up finding our real purpose along the way. When I left in New York I came to LA, I had the singular goal of becoming the lead on the TV show. I had again some experience in New York playing a knife with observe sex sport and reform madness. I look perfect and really Los Angeles. Surely I will be embraced immediately, so I hop on a plane. I arrived in the land where the streets are soaked and sunsets and subterraneous. I had the confidence, the absurd freshman at a freight party. I was like, here I am. And I began the process of auditioning, which is really just a condition way to say living back and forth to Santa Monica in rush hour traffic, but the feedback that I received was that I was always either too young, too old, too cute, too plain, too small, too disney. It was good work. Where if the casting director and I just couldn't and eventually I started booking some coaster and guest stars, but my COVID rate eluded me, and I would go to bed negotiating with the universe. I would say, okay, if could just book the lead CSA and CSA Miami, I promise I will decrease my carbon footprint but at least 6 in the next calendar year. So currently I know absolutely nothing about the measure of carbon. I find it almost out confusing at the concept the Magna Carta. But then it's happened. I was cast on Veronica Mars, which was my first show, and everything I ever wanted was a for me. I was earning a real paycheck. I was the lead of the show, all the universe on my carbon. But once we started shooting, something very unexpected happened to me. Well, two unexpected things. The first was Ryan Hansen who played Dick Casablanca. His hair, it was exact, almost to accurate to one point set of Superborn Born Boy. It was like the kind that gives you PTSD from walking alone. That speech that you are just like, oh, it was terrifying and loving. The second was that despite the recognition of my dream, I wasn't happy like at all. My arrogant little ass whole brain could not comprehend what was happening. I was like, how to is possible? This is what I wanted that and what I need, right? And yet it hurt at all, and I want lonelier than I had ever been. And it wasn't until with the boy with the suffer had invited me to his birthday party after hours upset away from work that everything changed. He wasn't just inviting me to his birthday party, he was inviting me to a live party to his community and finally felt at home. And I met some of the best friends that I still have to this day. In retrospect, I know I wasn't the role I was looking for. It wasn't a paycheck or titular character. What I really needed was friendship. So I want to stress to you, build your tribe. They will keep you alive. I'm also pretty sure that's why Beyonce would say. Speaking of Pyro, of on America Entertainment. Oh, it's now the position of the morning where I remind everyone that like 50 Shades of Grey I have to assume. I am the first speaker in academic institution that reflected the book 50 Shades of Grey. But we have already established that I dropped out of college. I have no right to be here. So this is where we arrive. I don't know what you want me to do in my lab. There was only one concept that I have determined. It's that nuance. Pay attention of the nuance. You all in this room, I feel like now that better than anymore. You know in your war bonds because you devote your time to building story, building people. It's what you do. You are people artists. You read a script and you construct a walking, breathing human from the ground up. When we create character, we are encouraged to make them three-dimensional, right? And acting two-dimensional character, they are the less boring and the most extreme is irresponsible. We are to embrace complicated character. We are there that you can accurately play a villain until you find one thing about him that you love. One my favorite product as poster over his days. It reads what does the Riffian because in art we recognize our character style with project and motivation stake. We practice listening because we know the live what observe we are gonna remembering those things. When we make art, but in our daily life, we tend to forget when we shift from the stake to reality. No one seems to get lost in suffer in real life. We don't look for the one things we love about each person. Complicate character get cast out, and we view things two-dimensionally. It's also becoming increasingly apparent. We are not listening to each other, even though, like on stake, livelihood on this entire game so relies on it. The great news is we can all choose right when hard moments arise. You can learn on the experience you learn in the past you areas, and you can choose the nuance. You can choose completely or simply. You can listen to other with open ears. If your next move depends on you, you can suddenly measure your life. So class 2019. As you move your tassel from the left to the right and officially take the step forward toward your forever, I encourage you take them with your nice foot. And if you take away one thing for this, remember What I said earlier is not hurting anyone. Great, get your and maybe share some with neighbor. Thank you and congratulations. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.